Good morning, everybody. So today I wanted to talk to you all about tilling the ground. And I can come at this at so many different angles. So a lot of times we talk about sowing seed and reaping the harvest, but nobody ever talks about tilling the ground. What do I mean by that? So anyone who knows a little bit about farming, you know that before you can plant a seed, you have to make sure the good soil is on the top. So you have to till the ground to bring the good topsoil, the rich soil, to the top. And so it's normally they do it after winter, so the ground is hard. It's, really solid. If you planted something, nothing would grow, nothing would break the surface, etc. So a lot of people are talking about sowing seeds and growing, but a lot of times before you can even sow a seed, and I'm going to start out by talking in other people's lives, and this is for us as Christians. This is why it's so important for us to love people and be invested in them, because if you want to uproot something, to plant something new, roots are a lot of times deep down. So that means you have to plow at that thing. You have to, take time breaking that ground up. So when we see things that have grown in people's lives on the surface, for example, lust, for example, the love of money, any sinful thing that you can think of, understand that thing has a root. That thing is planted deeply in the ground, or it may be planted shallow, depending. And it may have come from some past experiences in their lives. It may have come from something that they have no control over, like their parents, grandparents, etc. So instead of pointing out that thing that you see on the surface, you have to be, before you even think about speaking on somebody's life or somebody's sin, are you invested in tilling their ground? Loving them enough to be there and till the ground until you uproot that thing in order to plant better seeds. Why do you think that you can come along? Some people you can just drop seed on and it'll grow, but others you have to till that ground. If you're not willing to work and invest in that person's life, why do you feel like your words mean anything to them? You don't know where these things that have sprouted up in their life have come from. You have to uproot things in order to completely get rid of it. If you're not investing in uprooting something, you need to be quiet, okay? You need to be quiet, period. So I want to, charge Christians to love people enough that if you see something that has grown in this person's life, be willing to give time and understanding to be able to try to help that person uproot it. If not, leave it alone. Leave it alone.